story sketching at the Mason Union branch of the Cass County Library. The Wizard of Oz by Frank Baum.
This is a group compilation art video created by members of the community. In a faraway land called Kansas, there lives a girl named Dorothy. She stays with her little black dog, Toto, her Aunt Em, and her Uncle Henry. She's happy there, but she always feels like Kansas is very dull, and she longs to see what the world is like on the other side of the rainbow. One day, while she was in the home alone, a cyclone hit the house. Dorothy is taken up into the winds and tossed round and round. Suddenly, the house falls with a bang. Dorothy gets up and walks slowly to the door, then opens it to find brilliant colors and a beautiful land. Some nice little people come and greet her. They are called the Munchkins. And also, she meets a good witch from the north. Her name is Glenda. She tells Dorothy that she may have the Wicked Witch's magic silver shoes since her house fell on the witch and killed her. Dorothy says she did not mean to kill the witch and that she would like to return to Kansas. The witch Glenda tells her she must travel to the Emerald City and get help from the Wizard of Oz. Being a brave girl, she sets out on a yellow brick road and looks for the land of Oz. She is protected by a kiss on her forehead from the Witch of the North. As she moves down the road, she finds a scarecrow who is perched on a pole in the field. She helps rescue him by getting him down from the pole. He says that he does not have a brain, so Dorothy invites him to come along to the land of Oz and ask for a brain. The two, along with Toto, continue on, and soon they meet a man who's been rusted in a place for a whole year. Dorothy oils his joints and brings back his mobility. The Tin Man decides to join the group also because he would like a heart, and he would like to ask the Great Oz to give him one. The journey takes them to a dark forest. Suddenly, a lion jumps out and scares them. Dorothy slaps the lion in the nose for scaring her dog Toto. The cowardly lion admits that he was actually afraid of them, and he would like to join them so that he could ask the Great Oz for courage. As they move along the road, they run into quite a few complex situations. Each time, the travelers use their hidden skills to overcome. Once, Dorothy and her friends have to find the way across a huge ditch, and they run into animals that are part bear and part tiger. These are called Kalita. After the animals fall into the ravine, the adventurers are able to go on their way. They come to a field with poppy flowers. Toto, Dorothy, and the lion all fall asleep from the flowers. The Scarecrow and the Tin Man don't know how to move the lion. To their surprise, they find themselves surrounded by thousands of field mice. There even is a field mouse queen. The mice say that they will help move the lion. They put him in a cart, and using the group's strength, they pull him out of the poppy field. Dorothy, the lion, and Toto soon wake up and go on their way. When they finally arrive at the Emerald City, Oz agrees to meet them. But first, they must be fitted with green eyeglasses, and they must agree to never remove the glasses while they're in the land of Oz. They soon realize that all of the people in the entire city were wearing those same green glasses. Of course, everything appears emerald green. Oz convenes with each of the travelers individually, each time appearing in a different way. First, he reveals himself as a giant head on a chair. Then, he explains that the group must get rid of the Wicked Witch of the West. The determined travelers set out to the land of the Winkies in the West. The Wicked Witch knows that they are coming, and she tries to stop them. First, she sends a pack of wolves, then a flock of crows, and finally, a swarm of bees. But none of these deterred the brave travelers. The witch then uses her magic gold cap, but because Dorothy is protected by the good witch of the North's kiss upon her forehead, the monkeys transport her carefully, along with the lion and Toto, to the Wicked Witch's castle. When the Wicked Witch of the West uses her magic to take one of Dorothy's silver shoes, Dorothy throws a bucket of water on her, causing the witch to melt away. Once again, the four companions set out to the Emerald City. They call on the field mice to help them get there. They transport the entire group to the Emerald City. Dorothy, the Scarecrow, the Lion, and the Tin Man now demand to see Oz so that he might fulfill his promises. They are allowed in, and while meeting with Oz, the little dog Toto becomes curious. He accidentally knocks down a screen that reveals that Oz is just a little old man. He admits that he is from Nebraska, and he is actually a humbug. Still, his wizardry is enough to be able to fulfill the wishes of the Scarecrow, the Tin Man, and the Lion. Then he turns to Dorothy and asks her to help him make a hot air balloon that will transport the two of them back to their homes. She agrees, and they prepare the balloon. When it comes time for them to depart, Dorothy runs off, chasing Toto, and the balloon accidentally leaves without her. Dorothy is very sad, but looks up and thinks of the good witch Glinda. The Scarecrow is now the ruler of the Emerald City. He decides to travel with Dorothy and the others to Glinda's castle to ask her for help. On the way, the travelers encounter more challenges. They have to get past the hostile trees and across a country where all the inhabitants are made of fragile china glass. They accidentally trip and break some of the residents of the town and have to leave quickly. They help rescue wild animals from a monstrous spider. They encounter hammerheads, which are men who use their heads to punch travelers when they try to pass. Their heads are attached to extremely long necks that spring out of their shoulders. The field mouse queen delivers them to Glinda, who then promises to tell Dorothy how to get home. All she needs to do is click, click, click the heels of her silver shoes together 3 times and command them to take her home. This Dorothy does, and very soon she finds herself again in Kansas without her silver shoes, but happy to be home with her Aunt Em and Uncle Henry.